This video introduces how to configure 802.1x wireless authentication through local account on RG-OCE. 802.1x wireless authentication helps verify the identities of users connecting to your Wi-Fi network, enhancing network security. The 802.1x wireless authentication process is as follows. An AP broadcasts a Wi-Fi signal. After detecting the Wi-Fi signal, a user sends a network access request to the AP. The AP requires the user to provide identity information. The user sends their identity information to the AP. The AP forwards the user's identity information to an authentication server. The authentication server verifies the user identity and returns the authentication result to the AP. The AP permits or denies the user's network access request based on the authentication result. You can quickly configure 802.1x wireless authentication on RG-OCE. RG-OCE Identity Manager serves as the authentication server. Complete the following configuration on RG-OCE IM. Add the access devices connected by clients. Add user identity information. RG-OCE supports 4 identity types: local account, local voucher, MAC, and third-party source. This video introduces the local account type, in which users are authenticated using a username and a password. Create an authentication rule. RG-OCE Network Manager is used to manage network devices. Complete the Wi-Fi authentication configuration on RG-OCE NM. After completing the preceding configuration, you can enable 802.1x wireless authentication. After accessing RG-OCE IM, click Add Device to add APs. Click Add Device. The parameters displayed in the pop-up dialog box are mandatory. Obtain the parameter information from RG-OCE NM. Use the project in the video as an example. 2 APs exist in the project, so both devices need to be added. Return to RG-OCE IM and set device name. Configure a device group to manage the access devices. In this example, you can click Add Device Group, set device group name, and then add the 2 APs to this device group. Set type to AP. Set auth method to 802.1x. Set device IP or subnet to the AP's IP address. Radius shared secret is used to verify the identities of the authentication server and the access device. Device MAC is optional. Click OK. Add the other AP in the same way. Click Configure Identity Sources to add user identity information. The local account type uses a username and a password for authentication. Click Add Account. Set account and password. Click Authorization Policy and select Add Authorization Policy from the drop-down list to configure usage restrictions for the account. Policy name indicates the authorization policy name. Concurrent devices indicates the maximum number of concurrent clients that can use the account to access the network. Effective duration indicates the maximum duration an authenticated user is allowed to access the network. Once this duration is exceeded, re-authentication is required. Quota indicates the maximum amount of data used by the account. Bind MAC on first use. After it is toggled on, the system automatically binds the account of a user who successfully accesses the network for the first time to the MAC address of their client. Radius Dynamic COE. After the parameter is set to VLAN, the authentication server can apply specific bandwidth limits to the user's client or dynamically assign it to a specified VLAN during user sessions. You can set the parameters as required. Click OK. Expand user information setting to configure related user information for the account. Click OK. Click Configure Authentication Rules to configure an authentication rule. Click Add Rule and select 802.1x wired and wireless from the drop-down list. Set rule name and click Next. Select local account and click Next. Select the access device group for authentication and click OK. Access RG-OCE IM and NM and choose Auth and Accounts, then 802.1x. Click the Wireless tab and click Go to the SSID page. Configure 802.1x authentication for a Wi-Fi network, for example, OCE test. Click Edit in the Operation column. Set encryption option to 802.1x. Then, encryption method is automatically set to WPA2-802.1x. Click Edit and add server groups. Click Add and add RG-OCE IM as the authentication server. Set server group name. Set server IP address to the IP address of RG-OCE IM. Set server name. Leave authentication port and accounting port at their default settings. Set shared key. It must match radius shared secret configured when APs are added. Otherwise, authentication may fail. Click OK. Set server global settings as required. Packet retransmission timer indicates the interval at which a device waits for a response from the authentication server after sending an authentication request. If no response is received within this interval, the device will resend the request. Packet retransmission times indicates the maximum number of times an authentication request can be retransmitted if no response is received from the authentication server. If all retransmission attempts fail, the device considers that the authentication failed. Server probe indicates whether the device checks the availability of the authentication server. If it is enabled, the device periodically detects availability of the authentication server. Click Save. Set Auth server group to the added authentication server and click OK. Connect your mobile phone or PC to the Wi-Fi network with authentication required. Enter the correct username and password for authentication. After a successful connection, check whether you can access a web page normally. Log into RG-OCE IM and choose Monitoring, then Auth Clients. If Online appears in the status column for your client, the configuration succeeds. Log into RG-OCE IM and choose Clients, then Auth Clients, then 802.1x Auth Clients, then Authenticated Wireless Clients. If data is displayed indicating your client is online, the configuration succeeds. Thank you for watching. Scan the QR code on the left to provide feedback or share your suggestions about the video. Scan the QR code on the right to access product documentation on the RG-OCEE official website. Your support is the driving force for our progress. See you in the next video.